We came from fairly simple beginnings in southern Iowa. We were farm kids, and Dwayne had a love for cars and had some skill in making them work. Owning a business wasn't always the first goal. In 1969, Dwayne worked at the packing house and I was at Rockwell, but he did mechanical duties on the side for friends and coworkers. 1972 was a big year. Interest rates were at an all-time high, and to accomplish our goals, we would have to throw in everything we had for this car business. We started out with 4 cars out on the street, and we had to move them every few days so we wouldn't get in our neighbor's way. The boys were their dad's helpers, even at very young ages. Little Jay had a specialty at 6 years old, climbing into the back of a retractable convertible to replace the solenoids. He and Roger learned every part of auto mechanics, and Roger also took to doing body work like a natural. Back then, the cars we bought were very inexpensive, usually with a lot of miles. Dwayne was the only used car dealer that gave a 30-day warranty on a $300 car. Stephanie came along a few years later, and I eventually would have some help in the office. As a little girl, she sorted the invoices by color to help me file. I gave her a portable typewriter, and she would pretend to type titles. We held very tightly to our family and our faith. By 1982, we were moving into a storefront where we could have more cars. The property next to us was a XXX establishment, and when they moved out one night, we bought the property the next day. Again, investing took everything we had. Dwayne had instilled in his boys his love for cars and for each other. We gave Roger his first car, a 1970 Mustang. Of course, it was wrecked, and he had to rebuild it before it could even be driven. But actually, he wasn't old enough to drive anyway. His high school years were spent with hours and hours in the paint booth. I suppose that's how he knew Colleen was the right girl for him. She was willing to spend many Friday nights just helping him work. Roger also started his first business in high school, transporting cars with his 2-car hauler for dealers like Duffy Schamberger. When Jay was in junior high, I recall holding a car for ransom, so he would hand in his homework. He couldn't drive yet, but he was fixing up cars and buying and selling them with his dad and brother. Amazing how fast his grades could improve. Dwayne had a wrecker, and in time, both of the boys would build them too. Jay did the towing for the Highway Patrol his senior year in high school. Of course, I think he also used it to get a better parking spot at Jefferson. Drag races at Nita Raceway in Cedar Falls were another highlight of their teen years. Who could make the fastest and the prettiest race car? It was their best challenge. I'm not sure who the winner was. I'm also not sure they have ever really grown out of that stage.